Hello, Libras, and welcome to this, your September 2024 reading and predictions. A very warm welcome to each and every one of you. In your last video, you were being called upon to release some rather heavy burdens. So let's dive right in, pull some cards, pull some energies, and see what's coming up for you in the month of September. It is a warm, humid August day for me as I sit here and record this video. So please excuse the attire. All right. Pulling in the energies for Libra. What's going on with the Libras right now? Ooh, I sense that you guys are releasing, letting go. Yes, you definitely are. Whew. You are also feeling like you have just come through a battle. You have the 10 of Swords coming in here. 10 of Swords. You'll notice the character has what appears to be some swords going through his back as he's desperately reaching for his broom, indicating that he is looking for a way out. He's just come through a battle. This is confirmed by the uh, Four of Swords here. Four of Swords is a call towards withdrawing. This is the card that I like to call the Little Hermit. This is the card that often appears after cards that indicate that we've just come through some kind of a battle. We've come through something that was rather tough. And it is time for us to take an opportunity for some quiet time, some me time. Libras, don't forget about self care as you move out of the month of August and into the month of September. And we have the Queen of Pentacles coming in. Queen of Pentacles. Let's see if that'll actually focus or not for us. Let's see. Maybe. All right. So the Queen of Pentacles is the richest queen in the deck. And what she represents for you, Libra, is a turning around of your fate. So these cards are exactly rolling out kind of in a way that I had anticipated that they might, especially considering your last few readings have been what we might call rather rough. You've been through a difficult time. You've been letting go of a lot of old belief systems and a different way of doing things and letting go of the old ways. This may have appeared, I want to say for a lot of you, what's coming in for me was a changing and shifting in your social circle. Hanging out with different people from who you used to hang out with, possibly a shift in your family dynamics as well. A shift in the family dynamics, as in you found that you were no longer on the same page as some members of your family, and it was causing some strife for you. And I do sense that that's what this 10 of Swords was representing, and that this 4 of Swords is a representation of you moving out of not necessarily moving out of that strife, but moving into a place where there's more acceptance of yourself and your choices, and acceptance of family members and friends and their choices. And the recognition and acknowledgement, Libra, that you can't control what other people decide to do. The only thing that you can control is what you decide to do and how you choose to feel about what you've decided to do and what you choose to feel about what other people are doing, right? You can choose to feel anger about the choices and decisions that other people have made, but you can't change the decisions that other people have made. You only have control and autonomy over self. And I get the sense here for you, Libra, that that's what this Four of Swords is about for you. It's about really, really internalizing that lesson. And when you really learn that lesson, you have the opportunity to move into this Queen of Pentacles, this rich queen, this queen who knows she's not just a rich queen from a financial abundance point of view, but she is also a rich queen in the viewpoint of abundance in general. She recognizes her boundaries. She recognizes abundance in friends and family that she chooses to keep near to her. So I really feel that that's the direction that the rest of this reading is going to go for you, Libra, that you're letting go of this old world mindset of control and moving into more of a realm of acceptance of both self and others. All right. Let's see what else is coming up. Oh, Joy, that one's on the floor. What's coming up? What are you focusing on? What is Libra focusing on? That one really flew. It took a couple of seconds to actually work its way back down. Let's see. All right. Ah, yes, we have the Six of Wands. Celebration and coming out of something. Oh my goodness. So the very first card that jumped out for you, Libra, is the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords. What was the very first card in your reading? Ten of Swords. Yes. And you'll notice here, both characters have that appearance of having been, almost stabbed in the back and just feeling exhausted and overcome and overwhelmed. So it does look as though as you move out of August and into September, you will still be working through some of this Ten of Swords energy, but ultimately you'll be moving out of it because you do have the Six of Swords here. Yes, the card in between the Ten of Swords and the Six of Swords that's come up for you is, in fact, the Hanged Man. Oops, I've got that held upside down. I'm sorry about that. There we go. So the Hanged Man is your next card. This is one of the things that you are focusing on. You are focusing on coming out of a battle, succeeding from that battle. I'm just going to read what it says. The appearance of the Ten of Swords marks the beginning of the end of a period of trials and tribulations. What more can we say about that? So that's the second time that you've had that card. Then you move into the energy of the Hanged Man. The energy of the Hanged Man, Libra, this is one of the things that you are going to focus on through the month of September, is looking at things from a different perspective. Now, in the past, a lot of people had interpreted the Hanged Man as being a negative card. Oh my gosh, and the Hanged Man, and I've done something wrong. And, you know, in the concept of the past of people actually hanging other people. That is not the meaning behind this tarot card at all. This tarot card is the encouragement and the embodiment of seeing things from a different perspective. Sorry, my lighting is a little screwed up here, but you get the idea. It's about, do you remember when you were children, Libra, and you would go on to the monkey bars and you'd put your feet through the monkey bars and then you'd flip upside down and you'd hang upside down. And all of your friends would look hilarious to you because they were all upside down. But in actual fact, you were the one that was upside down and you looked funny to them because your hair was standing straight up on end as you were hanging upside down. This is about changing your perspective, changing how you see things. And it coincides exactly with what I was saying just a moment ago with this Four of Swords. That part of your work right now, Libra, is to be able to embody and recognize that big lesson that the only person that you have control over is you. Right? You have control over how you feel. You have control over the actions that you take. This whole reading is about your accountability to self. And when you recognize that, and when you recognize and accept that you can't control others, that's a huge lesson. And that moves us into the energy of this Six of Wands that has come in for you. Now, the Six of Wands is about a triumph. You'll notice that the character on this particular card is on his horse and he's marching in with a number of different people on their horses, all with their wands held high. Yes, indeed, we are coming back victorious. So it's lovely that these cards came out in this specific order as well, where you feel like you're coming through a battle, you're changing your perspective, and you are going to be triumphant over adversity. I love this for you right now, Libra. It is absolutely fantastic because I know things have been a little bit rough for you recently. Next, we are going to go to your difficult influences and challenges for the month of September. I'm getting called to do different decks over here. Give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, we're getting called over here. So we're going to go with the Osho Zen for your difficult influences and challenges. Now, if you are interested in any of the cards that I am using in the readings today, I will leave affiliate links down below. Also, if you are not already aware, I am a psychic, I'm a tarot reader, but I am also a certified counselor. So if you are interested in diving deeper rather than just relying upon this general reading, I'll leave my contact details down below. I am available for private consultations. Ha, Libra. There are no coincidences, right? I'm sure that you've heard that saying over and over again. Remember what I said about this Four of Swords? And I said that I have nicknamed this card the Little Hermit or the Quiet Hermit. Well, guess what you have in your challenges? You have the Hermit. Now, in the Osho Zen deck, this particular deck, the Hermit card is represented by aloneness, which is a call towards quiet contemplation, meditation, going out into nature, earthing, listening to music, singing at the top of your lungs, whatever it looks like for you, exercise. I mean, there are so many different ways to have the opportunity, Libra, to be able to go within, decide what works for you, and then do it. This is coming up in your challenges, indicating that you are bumping up against this. You are making excuses not to spend time with yourself, not to be accountable to self. So, yeah. All right. Now, the next cards that I would normally pull would be the messages from the guides. And because I was traveling a few days ago, I still don't have this box open. There we go. Oh, now we do. All right, messages from the guides, messages from the universe for Libra for the month of September. So, right. So the very first card that jumped out in messages from the guides for you or messages from the universe is be of service. Be of service. Yeah. You know, Libra, over the last 6 to 8 months, out of all of the zodiac signs, you have gone through a bigger transformation than any of the other zodiac signs out there. Your readings have been big, they've been powerful, they have been almost overwhelming at times with the lessons that you have been learning and the work that you have been putting in. And this Be of Service card is a card asking you to now be in a position, because you've done so much learning and so much growth, for you to step up and step into the role of mentoring others as they are going through their growth and their expansion. Libra, feel joy in all that you do. Yeah, enjoy your life. Enjoy what you're doing. Love is your energy. hmm Yeah, so be of service, feel joy in all that you do, and imbue everything that you're doing with love energy. And finally, patience is a virtue. hmm And I get the sense that part of the reason that you have this card, the Hermit card, the Aloneness card, coming up in your challenges is because having just come through some kind of a battle with these two Ten of Swords, as well, keeping in mind your last reading, um, I get the sense that you are still dabbling in that fight, flight, or freeze energy. It's still bubbling to the surface. You're still in that, oh, what's next? Oh my goodness. And when you're in that state of fight, flight, or freeze, when you're still wondering, oh my gosh, what is around the next corner? Moving into aloneness or hermit can feel slow. It can feel Like life is stopping. Like when you're in fight, flight, or freeze, you want things to keep moving and you want to move on to the next thing. And you're kind of bouncy and anxious and so on. And okay, I'm getting a download. I'm getting asked to share this. Part of the reason that I can talk about this with experience is I lived a significant portion of about 2 years of my life in fight, flight, or freeze leading up to my divorce. And my immune system was run down and my adrenals were becoming depleted. And yet I was still in this, okay, I have to do, I have to do, I have to go here, I have to go there. I can't slow down. If I slow down, then the universe is going to throw something else at me. And it was at that point in my life, and this is going back almost, it's going back like almost 25, almost 30 years. Yes, I'm that old. It was at that point in my life, about 30 years ago, that I was introduced to yoga, meditation, Nia, which is a movement technique, um, and sort of all things spiritual. And the first time that I tried meditating, I think I lasted about 45 seconds. Somebody said, try yoga. And as I held the first yoga pose, which was probably downward dog, I couldn't wait to get out of it. I was squirming, I was moving, I was itching. My body actually got to the point where it was telling me I had hives and I had no hives, to encourage me to continue in that motion, in that I have to be doing all of the time. I actually didn't end up finishing the class because I couldn't hold the poses for long enough because I was in such an agitated state. And I went to speak to the teacher afterwards and I'm like, why did you make us hold those poses for so long? And the teacher looked at me and said, actually, this was a flow class and we were only holding the poses for between 30 and 50 seconds each. How long did you think we were holding them for? And I said, oh my gosh, it felt like we were holding them for like 3 minutes. And she laughed and she said, you need to come out of fight, flight, or freeze. You need to tame your adrenals, give them a break. Patience is a virtue. I share that with you, Libra, because you got this card and you have the 10 of Swords twice. And you have two cards in your reading, both indicating it is time for you to take a step back, move into that hermit mode, move into that slower mode, that slower pace. All right. Thank you for bearing with me on that. I know for some of you that may not have resonated, but for many of you, considering what Libra's gone through, I think that it probably resonated for many of you. Next, we're going to look at what you don't see coming and your unexpected. Unexpected for Libra for September, please. Is there anything else? Anything else? All right, let me grab that card off the floor. You have the Emperor. The Emperor. All right, the Emperor is calling for some masculine energy to come in for you. It's calling for you to be logical in that which you are working towards. And it's asking you to get organized. And also in your unexpected, you have Ace of Autumn. Ace of Autumn corresponds to the Ace of Pentacles. Remember what was predicted over here with one of the very first cards. You have the Queen of Pentacles coming out. She is the Queen of Abundance, not just financial abundance, but abundance in general. Well, guess what the Ace of Pentacles is about? The Ace of Pentacles is all about new beginnings, specifically related to money and abundance. So, looks like you have success coming your way. Things are definitely beginning to turn around for you. I'm getting called over here to the Osho Zen again for your final general overall outcome. Final general overall outcome for Libra for September. Oh my goodness, I cannot make this up. All right, the first card out is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card indicating that you are feeling a little bit of exhaustion, you're feeling a little bit of overwhelm. What is the best cure for this card? It's this one, the one that you're resisting the most, right? Because this card came up in your challenges. The Aloneness Hermit card came up in your challenges. You are resisting moving into this. What is that making you feel? It's making you feel this exhaustion. The more of this that you do, the more aloneness you do, the more meditation, the more self-care that you do, the less of this you are going to feel. And that is going to help you to move into, guess what? You have another double card here, the Six of Wands. This success card corresponds down here to the Six of Wands. This is the success card. This is a card of celebration. This is a card of triumphing over adversity. This is a card of being victorious. What more can I say? I'm just going to wrap it up. I hope that you will like and subscribe.